Hello and welcome to my channel. It's August the 5th, 2024, and I am getting ready to do the market update for Walton County, Santa Rosa Beach, and Freeport, and comparing it to Okaloosa County, Destin, and Niceville. So stay tuned. Hello, this is Sabina Robertson, owner, broker of Sea House Realty, serving buyers and sellers anywhere from Santa Rosa Beach 38 to Destin and the surrounding areas. So if you haven't already done so, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below if you like this market update. I would greatly appreciate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into some data. We're going to start with Walton County. We look at two cities here, Santa Rosa Beach and Freeport, and then we're going to go to Okaloosa County and look at Destin and Niceville. If you're only interested in one of those communities, you can jump and use the chapter down below and click right to that data for that particular city. But what I like to show you is how different data can be from city to city and county to county. So very interesting. Some cities are in a seller's market, some are in a buyer's market. Usually the absorption rate is a really good indicator how long it takes for the current inventory to be absorbed. Generally speaking, anything over 5 to 6 months is a buyer's market. Anything below is a seller's market. So we're going to do that. We're going to compare our data to national, Florida state, and county data. And then we're also going to take a look at how the data compared to last year at this time in July. So some of the reports that I'm using, the data only shows June data, and then the more local Flex MLS data is reflecting July data. So I personally can tell you that June and July was very slow. August has really been picking up for me. I got 3 of my listings pending and 2 buyers under contract. Interest rates just dropped this week. This is not going to reflect on this data. So subscribe and see what happens next month. I'm really curious to see if that has any impact in our data here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some data. Okay, so let's jump into Walton County, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, zip code 32459. We're looking at residential property, taking out land and condos for this purpose. And remember, Walton County covers a large area here, but Santa Rosa Beach includes 30A and also north of 98. There is a difference in prices, but I just kind of want to show you where Santa Rosa Beach shows up on the map compared to national Florida statistics and Walton County statistics. So here you can obviously see this data is from June 2024. We are in a buyer's market, and you can see the median sold price is $1 million, close to $1 million. But this is kind of the graph I want us to take a look at, which kind of shows you where we are all over the map compared to the US, Florida, Walton County, and then here is our 32459 zip code. So prices are on average all over higher than the national average data in Florida and even Walton County. Diving into the data from our local Flex MLS system for July 2024, you can see that our number of listings slightly increased. The list prices have come down. Look at that, from May to June to July. But then look at the interesting data here. The sold to list ratio slightly went up from June to July. Our absorption rate is still climbing, meaning that it takes a lot longer for the inventory that's currently is sitting on this market to be absorbed. And if you scroll down here and look at what happened from last year, I think you always want to compare to last year data. You can see that the absorption rate went from 7 months to 11 months. There is almost a 67% change from last year to this year in June. And the average list price, really, there is only a decline of 9.46%, close to 10%. So I think that's kind of interesting. And then your average cumulative days on the market obviously has increased significantly. from year to year. Let's stay in Walton County and take a quick look at Freeport, Florida, one of the fastest growing counties here in the Panhandle in Walton County. And look at that. Medium sold price is $395, and it is still a seller's market in Freeport. Do you see why it is so important to look at location to compare the markets? Now let's take a look at our comparison where we are here national, and you can see that Freeport is right there where the Florida market is, still above the national real estate market, but way below Santa Rosa Beach. Look at July 2024 data for Freeport, and compared to Santa Rosa Beach, you can see that list prices actually went up. Sold to list ratio went slightly down, but look at that, it's sitting at 96.7%, whereby Santa Rosa Beach was sitting at 91%. And compared to last year, when you're looking at it, the absorption rate only went up by 8%. The average list price actually went up, and the average day on the market went down too. So Freeport is so different than Santa Rosa Beach in terms of what you can negotiate right now. It is more still a seller's market. There are great investment opportunities in Freeport right now with all the new construction coming up. Next, let's go and check out Destin, Florida. Now, remember, Destin is in Okaloosa County, different taxes, a little bit slightly different regulation on rentals, but Destin is probably the most expensive city to live here in Okaloosa County, and I'll show you in a moment why. Compared to Santa Rosa Beach, you can see the prices are slightly lower, and you are still close to just turning into a buyer's market. Now, this is for residential data, does not really compare to condos. Destin has a lot of condos, so keep in mind they are not in this specific report. But look at this. Here is Destin. Just like Santa Rosa Beach, it's above Okaloosa County, Florida, and the U.S. market. As a matter of fact, Okaloosa County is right in line pretty much with the U.S. overall market. Now let's look in July data for Destin, residential only, and look at the number of listings. Kind of hold itself. List prices have come down back in April, but they haven't really come down that much more. And then here is your sold to list ratio, kind of slightly went up, but your absorption rate is still climbing. And then if you're comparing it to last year, you can see that the average list price went down by 7%, and the average sold price is actually changed by 9%. So there is your data for Destin. And our last little city here in Okaloosa County is Niceville, Florida. Both my kids went to school in Niceville. It is right over the Mid-Bay Bridge, and it is indeed a seller's market. Look at this compared to our national Florida, Okaloosa, and Niceville market. Niceville is still above Okaloosa County. Not quite as much as Destin, but it's still up there. Let's look our local data for Niceville, and you can see that the number of active listing is pretty much remaining itself. List prices have come down slightly. Absorption rate is still only 3 months, so it's kind of holding itself. Let's take a look from 2023 July to 2024 absorption rate. It's still very low compared to Santa Rosa Beach. It's definitely still considered a seller's market. List prices have only come down by 6%. The average sale price has come down by 5.79. So to conclude everything, I thought it was very interesting to see that, Santa Rosa Beach and Destin is definitely in a buyer's market. Prices are a little bit less in Destin. Look at Freeport and Niceville. Both are in a seller's market. Freeport is one of the fastest growing cities here in Walton County and Okaloosa County. So much growth, so much new development happening there. A lot of the data is not even reflecting because some of the new construction builders do not put all their listings in the local Flex MLS data. I personally am really curious to see what happens over the next couple of months. We usually generally see a decline in June and July because a lot of people that come here are coming on vacation, not necessary to buy. And then August, September, we always see an increase. And then the market, generally speaking, always falls down November, December. Now, we are in an election year, so that is an important factor. It always affects real estate. Once election is done and interest rates hopefully are still continue to come down, you will see buyers flooding back in the market and things may change. Again, so much ifs. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but that is my prediction. I hope you all have a wonderful month. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are thinking of relocating, investing, buying or selling here in the Panhandle, be sure to reach out to me, and my team and I would love to help you out. Until the next time, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss und goodbye.